What is up, everyone? JD here. Hope you're doing well today. Got a review for you. Let's get into it. All right, today we're looking at a new model from Kansept, and that is going to be the Kansept Shard. Really excited to check this one out here. Very premium knife. I like the flame ano. What we're going to do today is we're going to do some size comparisons, profile comparison, and then we'll jump into my thoughts and impressions. Let's go ahead and kick it off with a couple of size comparisons. So here it is against the Civivi X1. This is the Brian Brown design and a small knife. You can see that the Shard is a large knife, more comparable here to the new Vosteed and Kilo with that pivot lock. Let's do a couple more. Okay guys, here we have the Kaiser October down here for the small size comparison, and then we have the new Artisan Cutlery Revel. This is a Ray Laconico design, and as you can see, it is more in line with the Revel. All right, now we're looking at it for a profile perspective. A couple things we're looking at here. It is a thin carry. That flipper tab does make it a little bit thicker than the Revel overall, and very similar in thickness to the Vosteed and Kilo. And then let's talk about actual handle thickness as opposed to carry thickness. You can see just a little bit thinner than the Kilo, and then we're going to check it out against the Revel, which I think the Revel is going to be a little bit thinner. Yeah, definitely thinner, noticeably thinner for sure. This is a thin carry. Let's go ahead and grab the scale and check out the weight. All right, we got the scale here. Let's check the weight on this one. Coming in at 4.1 ounces. Not bad for a full titanium knife. Let's take it down to the garage and check the cutting. All right, we got the Kansept down here. I forgot what's this, S35VN, which I think they do a really good job with. Nice factory edge. Feels like it's a little bit more robust. Yeah, I feel a little bit of resistance going through that cardboard. So not a super slicey knife. I'm not going to do a ton of cutting with this one because it is a pass around. I just want to get a sense of it. And S35VN is going to hold up well. Pocket clip is very comfortable considering that it's a milled titanium pocket clip, so I do appreciate that. Ergonomically, feels pretty good. I'll kick it back up to the desk. All right, so we do have a little bit of a thicker blade stock with this one, but it's not bad at all. I'm really digging the flamed ano here lately. Really fun tiger stripe type thing, and it looks good, right? It's not over the top, not too much color, gives it a little bit of a unique feature without being over the top. Far as ergos are concerned, it's very comfortable in hand. A little jimping here would have been cool, but it's not completely necessary because you're locked in behind that flipper tab, and you have a nice 4-finger grip on here for your large hand individual. It's going to be a little bit longer for you if you have medium hands. I also think that the geometry on here is good. I wouldn't say it's a slicer, but it's definitely not like a hard use knife. It is going to be truly everyday carry performance on this particular model, and I'm okay with that. I think that's a good thing because if you want to carry this as an all-arounder, you can do gent stuff with it. You can definitely do some heavy-duty tasks with it. I wouldn't say that it really falls into one specific category that it excels at. To me, this is just a good everyday profile. Everyday ergos here, very neutral design, very nice. I think a lot of people will probably feel this design here, as it were. And then the fuller is a little hard to get to for that reverse flick. I have to come in right here where they did chamfer it down. I got to remember to come down low and grab it, and then I'm on the lock bar a little bit, so it feels a little stout versus the stout detent. No, actually, I take that back. It's pretty close to the same. I thought I was, and that may have been placebo, but I thought hitting that lock bar right there with that reverse flick, but I guess because I'm kind of pulling away instead of pushing in, I'm not really having any issues with that. It looks like it's stamped ceramic bearings in the pivot. You do have a belt satin finish on here that they did a good job with, and far as I know, Kansept is doing a good job with their S35VN. Not a lot of issues that I have heard of from folks that have had Kansept, and I've had a couple in the past myself that I've really enjoyed, to be quite honest with you. Hard to fail, crispy detent. great sounds. I love that they did the milled titanium pocket clip on here, keeping that premium vibe. It's a little weird how they did this pocket clip. They kind of cupped it out instead of it just being an angle in. So I have found that sometimes it kind of binds up in going into the pocket a little bit and kind of catches. I think if they would have done more of like a straight line angle there instead of it being kind of cut out like that where it's cupped out, I think that would have really helped a lot with it going in and out of the pocket smoother. It does retain really nicely. They gave you a little bit of chamfering here on the show side scale so that you can access that lock bar really easily. Very easy to disengage regardless of how you decide, you disengage your locks. All of the methods that I'm accustomed to work really well on here. All in all, I think this is a phenomenal knife. I think the blade shape on here really works well for utility cuts. It has a little bit of belly for those tabletop cuts, and then you got a lot of flat surface for those power cuts. So that's going to work really, really well with this particular model. I think it's priced really well. Some alternative recommendations to you are going to be the Revel. I really like this one a lot. Nice Ray Laconico design. Really low clip point on here. And then you can also take a look at the Vodsteed Psyop. So kind of two different types of knives that you can look at here. But this one I honestly think is going to have the better utility blade shape versus the other two drop points are going to be more kind of all around. So that's kind of my take on it. The flame ano on here, it does feel very tactile, the way that the flame ano kind of cooks and the way that it ends up feeling as far as more of a rougher finish. It does give a nice grip without feeling too gritty. So hopefully that makes sense. But I really enjoyed my time with this one. Shout out to Kevin, Lefty EDC, for including this one in the pass around. I like this model a lot, and I think that Kansept is doing a lot of interesting things over there with their knives, and this is definitely one of them for me. But what did you think about the Shard? Let me know down in the comments below. I really appreciate you hanging out with me until this point of the video. It does help the algorithm, and if you enjoyed, definitely hit that like on your way out and let me know what you thought about this one. Special shout out to my channel members. You guys are amazing. Thank you for that additional support that you guys provide to the channel. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.